Tian Wee, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Rick.
Let's go grab some tea. You've likely to have sipped this tea at a luxury hotel or a chic cafe. Its refined elegance suggesting origins far from Singapore. But Gryphon Singapore is proudly homegrown, and its helm is Lim Tian Wee, the fourth-generation leader carrying forward his family's century-old legacy, one that's steeped in heritage and crafted with time, passion, and vision. So Tian Wee, you grew up around tea. Tell me what it was like growing up as a young person with your family in the business.
So I had a great time during school days. I will remember coming back from school, I will hang out in the office. We have stacks and stacks of those wooden tea chests. Teas were poured on the ground and they will blend the teas out in the open. I really enjoy the environment. I enjoy seeing my parents working together. That's memories of my childhood.
I understand your family business now is into its fourth generation?
Yes, it is. Well, I'm the fourth generation of tea maker. So officially, I call myself the Chief Tea Officer. That's all I do now.
Very good.
Yeah. So my great-grandmother started the business in 1918. And we started as a provision store. When my granddad was 27, he decided that he wants to focus on Chinese teas. And that's when he started Lim Tian Tea Merchant. And we started first by trading little packets of Chinese teas to coffee shops, basically for people to make their little pot of that Chinese tea to eat with their bak kut teh.
Okay.
My dad took over in the 70s, and he started to expand the business beyond just Chinese teas.
Okay.
He started manufacturing, he started international trading, and that's when really we start to peak in terms of our business in the 80s to the early 2000s. We see a different legacy been left behind. My grandfather left behind a legacy of Chinese tea trading. My dad, who is still around,
Yes.
he gave me the foundation of international tea business, the knowledge of blending teas beyond teas itself.
So when you came back from college, then you didn't start right in with the family business. You
No, I
went into
didn't.
corporate.
I didn't even want to raise that subject up to my dad because I feel that he's going to say, you're not welcome in the family business because you have no experience and you're too expensive. So why do I want to pay you that amount of money when you have no experience and nothing to contribute? So that's how I decided I just want to focus on getting my experience and so that I can actually build upon that experience to bring back to the family business. I applied the big names in the multinationals of food companies. And eventually I landed upon one. So I worked there for a good 5 years before moving on to another company where I led the Singapore business for a good 2 years.
What was it like when you first started in the business with your dad and your mom?
To be totally honest, I think it's a scenario of fire and ice. Fire in the sense of a lot of heated arguments in the office, at home. So my dad thought that, he said, since you are so confident in yourself and you're so ready to do this business, why don't we do a tea test? So one morning, he took out 50 types of teas for me to taste and we put it out on the lab. And I was like, what? How am I going to tell the difference between all the 50 different types of teas? That's where I realized how little I know.
Tea.
Yeah, he was trying to deliver a message to me.
Sounded like he did.
yeah, he did.
How did you work through it?
So we all have the background. They have learned also to trust me. So that took me a long time to gain their trust. It's a long journey for me, but I recognize that trying to bring my own beliefs and ideas to a family business takes time for them to accept. It takes time for them to brew, literally.
Yes.
We should not change it just because we feel that we have a better idea. Instead, I feel that we need to look at the merits of the existing culture and to see how we can actually improvise or even improve upon, and to see how we can capitalize on it and to grow upon that foundation.
I wish more people in the world would have an appreciation for, where that business has come from or where that family's journey has come from. It's something that we all should appreciate and cherish much more.
True.
I understand there's a bit of history with the Gryphon brand and how you established the company that it is today.
We were effectively operating as a middleman in the 80s to the 90s. But gradually, with the onset of internet and broadband, customers were going direct to the source. And that's where we realized that trend was shifting and we had a problem. How do we remain relevant in our business? There was a need for change. So the need for change was for us to evolve into creating our own brand, and that's how Gryphon was born. So currently Gryphon is distributed in 11 countries, including Japan, Korea, basically all Southeast Asian markets we're distributed in. Overall, we have about 1,000 over F&B outlets in our portfolio.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. How do you view your finances, and do you keep them separate from your business side of the business versus your personal finances, or are they melded together?
I would say that businesses, finance and personal finance have to keep it separate. But more importantly, being a part of a Chinese family background, I always believe that my wife has to have a lot more say in my own personal finance. But joke aside, I think when it comes to managing personal finance, it's a joint decision
With your wife,
how we
yeah.
manage our money. Like a typical Singaporean, a lot of our finances are tied to stable investments. It's always about having a safeguard to make sure that I have enough reserve to operate. So one personal advice that I have for young people is always start investing early and also start having an insurance plan early. That's key. And not forgetting to be also constantly reviewing the insurance plan. I realized that a lot of people that buy the insurance plan and they just leave it as is. And the thing is, as we progress in life, our insurance
Life changes.
life
there are changes in life.
right? So should our insurance plan. We have to constantly reevaluate our plan, whether it's sufficient for our needs.
Well, this is the value of having a good financial advisor that you can develop a good trust relationship with. Can you share with me a little bit about some of the values that you have with Gryphon Tea and how you're moving that forward with both innovation as well as with the world of sustainability, which is becoming so important in business overall today?
Sustainability is key to our innovation. Gryphon does have a strong brand following for our products. We need to take on a product direction that's more environmentally friendly, that is more responsible to our future generation. So in the past, all our boxes were wrapped with plastic overwraps.
Okay.
So we have since taken that out. We're saving about 20 tons of carbon emission.
Wow.
Just
Wow.
on that
Just
alone.
on the packaging.
Just on packaging. And similarly, when we embark on our production to look at how can we save energy, we started implementing solar panels on our factory roof. That alone, we cut down our carbon emission by 60 metric tons. So this year, we won the Champion of Good by Company of Good. It's a significant milestone, and credit goes to the entire team who has helped out to make this happen.
So everyone has gotten involved in the organization.
Definitely, everyone. It's a team effort.
So how do you bring Gryphon Tea to its next stage? Have you started to look for your successor at this point in time?
Definitely, we are looking out for a new successor, to look for someone who is equally passionate about our business,
Yes.
someone who is able to take the business to the next level along with me. I do have a lot of ideas in my head that I know I can take the business forward, and I would want to see it happen before I effectively would call it a day.
How do you see evolving the organization going forward, and what will be your legacy?
Moving forward with Gryphon, I think the crystal ball is always fluid to me. What's important is knowing your own core expertise. There's a lot more legs for us to innovate as a small player in a big pond. For the past 5 years, we have actually introduced beverage line into Gryphon, cold brew sparkling teas. So this beverage line now becomes a key driver for the business. I get excited looking at new products, new ideas that we can make a difference.
Interesting. Well, I look forward to trying some of these in the near future as they
Thank
come
you
to
so
market
much.
and as you evolve the business.
I
It's,
definitely will let you know.
From tradition to innovation, Tian Wee has shaped Gryphon into not just a brand, but a bridge between generations. In doing so, he has developed a company that has brewed over time and with purpose.